Chrissy Swan Show.
We are going to do a round of Is It Just Me? This is the part of the show where we talk all the time, you and I, Jack. And if there's anything bothering us, we are each other's first port of call in terms of a soundboard.
Correct.
Generally, problem solved.
Yeah.
You can solve all of mine, I can solve all of yours, but there are some that we have to take to you.
Yes.
The beautiful listeners of the Chrissy Swan Show, because we have come up with nothing.
We both have an issue here that we can't solve, and 13 24 10, once you hear them, if you can help us understand.
We really do seek your counsel on
Yes.
this. Am I going to go first?
Yep.
I have become increasingly disillusioned and frustrated with the delivery method for honey.
What do you mean?
So when I have my cups of tea at home, I'm a double bagger,
Oh, no, this is right. Yes.
and I use honey instead of sugar because sugar is annoying. I put a little squirt in. I have tried every format of honey delivery system.
So like the squeeze.
The
Bottle.
stiff squeeze bottle,
Yep.
the soft squeeze bottle,
Yep.
the pot, the small jar, even creamed honey, I thought.
Oh, yum.
It's beautiful the first 4 cups of tea.
And then it goes full
And
manky.
then after that, crystals form and you can't squeeze it out. It is driving me crazy. And I'm like, looking around, every house in Australia's got a bottle of honey in it.
Correct.
Am I the only person that is driven to a homicidal rage at the lack of ingenuity in honey delivery design packaging?
What's the little timber spoon that you use just for honey?
How ridiculous.
I've never tried that. Is it awful?
But I use it 7 times a day for a cup of tea.
Yeah, okay.
No, I don't want a little, twee. I want the honey in the tea, a big nozzle, free-flowing, no crystals.
Yeah.
Not too big that it goes weird and lumpy. Not too small that it costs $40. Like, what's up with you, Manuka? Jesus, who died and made you, God?
13 24 10 if you can help Swanee out with this.
What do you do at home? Are you transferring it? I had to funnel it out of a container this morning.
That's a lot of sticky business,
Oh,
Swanee.
man, and then it overflowed. It was all over the bench. It's driving me crazy.
Is it just me, or have Red Rock Deli chips changed the method of cooking? Because, Swanee, I know you're not a Red Rock Deli gal.
No.
And this is why you couldn't help me with this, but I've really noticed over the last 2 months, I consume a lot of sea salt plain Red Rock Deli chips.
You're so classy.
They've started overcooking them. And I thought it was just the
Really?
first bag I got because they were that you could see they were more yellow in colour.
Yeah, the first bag's always weird.
It's always.
Always.
Second bag, still
Shocking.
weird, still weird. As the bags went on over the months, they were all overcooked.
How many bags would you have
I reckon over
on
the
a
last
weekend? Like 4?
No, one. I'll have because on a hungover Sunday, I go straight to the pantry and get the Red Rocks.
Okay.
And I have a full big bag though.
Okay, so you've got some here and you're going to test it?
Well, no, they're not the flavour I asked for. But so it's specifically the plain one.
Have him fired!
Is it just me or are Red Rock Deli overcooking the chips?
I want to get Jane Hall on because she's mad for a honey chicken soy.
So honey soy chicken.
She would know.
I'm going to text her about it.
The Chrissy Swan Show.
And you are solving our problems.
Yes, we're doing a round of Is It Just Me?
We have asked each other these questions. We have asked Tom. We've asked, Marina, anybody that, we like to annoy on a daily basis, and we have come up with nothing. So we're taking it to the streets here.
And I mean, if Marina can't answer our question, we're screwed.
Absolutely. Then there is no answer.
There is no
There
answer.
is no answer to be had.
Your question.
I'm very frustrated with honey delivery systems.
Yeah.
I've bought all of them and I don't like any of them. None of them satisfy me. None.
That's a really annoying thing when you use it every day.
Annoying.
And is it just me or have Red Rock Deli changed the way they cook their chip?
I've just eaten one of those chips and absolutely, it's probably been about 5 years between those style of chips for me.
Yeah.
Because, newsflash, they're not my favourite.
No, I know they're not, but
I
they're
don't like
mine.
'em.
I go through like a bag a week of
But
Red
they're
Rock
too
Deli chips.
thick. Why?
And they've started overcooking them that they've gone yellow. Is it just me?
They are definitely overcooked. Mary, what am I doing wrong with the honey. I've tried the pot. I've tried the jar.
Chrissy, it's really simple. You just put the container opened in the microwave for 10 seconds at a time. You have to be careful. And it just melts and it's decrystallized.
What? Are you joking? What container? I just threw a big lot of it out this morning.
Oh, no. No, you just put the whole container in. Just leave it open and you have to watch it and you just put it in at 10 seconds at a time and it makes it all runny and gooey again.
See, I thought it was because I was cheap and I buy it in like this big vat.
tub.
Yeah.
No. And can I tell you,
Yes,
get
Mary.
the Beechworth
Oh, I love
honey.
Beechworth. I mean, I
It
love any
is
sort of honey.
divine.
Isn't it a
Divine.
miracle? Like if there's any like evidence of God in the world, it's honey.
Yeah, it's the best.
Bee makes it.
Mary, you have a Priceline Pharmacy voucher and you have a beautiful bedside manner, may I
Yeah, I
add, Mary?
love Mary.
Oh, thank you.
You are
Thank
welcome.
you.
Now, Anita, can you help me with my issue of Red Rock Deli chips being overcooked?
They're terrible. I've had to change to kettle because they overcook them and they're so expensive now. So I don't buy them anymore. You have to go to kettle.
Okay.
It's so good.
How long have you been suspicious of the cooking times?
A long time now.
Yeah,
I'd say
Jack,
at
the
least
same.
this year. Yes,
Wow.
it's just not right.
No,
Yes.
and it's like we like a bit of crunch in our chip, you and I, Anita, but like the Red Rock Deli, they've cooked it.
Well, they've actually cooked them so much that they curl up. They're all kind of stuck together in a curl. They're not like flat chips anymore either. Have you found that?
Yeah, I have.
Anita and Jack, can I humbly suggest the Smith's Crinkle Cut?
I know, I do
Oh,
still
the
love it.
thins, the king of chips.
Anita, a Priceline Pharmacy voucher for you. We've got a beekeeper on the line, Swanee.
Oh, Giles, hello.
Hello.
You're so brave.
Well, I thought I could help explain to you why honey does crystallise. So honey is a supersaturated sugar solution. So basically that means there's too many sugar crystals in a small amount of water that it actually, for it to sustain itself in a liquid form. So it actually wants to go to turn into crystals. However, unfortunately, I have to really disagree strongly with Mary. I don't think you should put it in the microwave. The problem with the microwave is it heats it up very locally, very hot in specific spots, and so it can overheat honey, and then it destroys some of the goodness in the honey.
Yes.
The best way to do it is to put the container, so whatever you've got, glass containers, I sell all my honey in glass containers, put it in a glass container, put it in a pan with water in, up to the level of the honey, and then keep it on the lowest heat possible for as long as you can possibly wait. Like sometimes you can do it for an hour if it's necessary. Just leave it on there, and it'll melt those crystals back into
But
liquid.
how long will that last, Giles?
Okay, it's another technical question. It varies. So honey is made
I'm
up
losing the
primarily. It's mostly made of glucose and sucrose, glucose and fructose, and it depends on the ratio of those sugars. And again, that depends on what next to the
Giles has been great, but I'm about to fall asleep.
The Chrissy Swan Show. The Chrissy Swan Show.
I feel like I'm about to say something that is going to cause some waves, Jack
Yes,
Charles.
we love that.
I was tootling around on Instagram last night, which is frankly beautiful self-care for me. And I don't do it anywhere near enough. So when I get a chance to just
Deep
let
dive?
just let it roll.
So the reels just keep banging up
Yes,
and banging up. Yeah.
And then you just feel really entitled. Something bores you and you go, shut up.
Yeah.
And then they give you more of what you want. I mean, it's just a joy.
It's much like a dating app if you were on them now.
Oh,
just
is
scrolling
it?
past. No.
I just feel like that is
Yes.
not for me.
No,
That is
I
not
wouldn't
for me.
recommend it. It's awful.
Anyway, Instagram. I follow the BBC because I'm very highbrow.
Oh, hello.
Anyway,
Goes to Europe once.
it stopped on a little snippet of the Australian TV show, which you can stream on Binge, called Colin from Accounts. It won every Logie last year. It's incredibly popular.
Didn't they love it when they were on stage?
Yes, and didn't we love it as audiences of the show? Because it's very, very popular and beautifully written by Harriet Dyer and Patrick Bramwell. Anyway, The snippet that I saw was an iconic scene in Series 2 with the gorgeous Celeste Barber. And the topic of dog mums came up. This is a conversation between Harriet Dyer's character and Celeste Barber's character.
What do you do, Katie?
I'm a mum.
Kids keep you busy.
Oh, you're mum.
No, I'm a dog mum.
So no,
Well, he relies on me and he needs a lot of care.
not the same.
Isn't it?
No.
Okay. So I saw that and I thought, oh my God, I've been in so many of those conversations and I've never had the guts to say what Celeste Barber's character said.
Do you know why you haven't? Because people are so protective and sort of get so offended if you insult their animals that you would feel like you just can't, because it could be friendship ending.
Well, that's the thing. And I've weighed it up. The moment.
Not worth it.
The moment where I could say, as Celeste Barber's character said, it's not the same. And I've thought, does it matter? Does it matter that they're wrong? Do you know what I mean?
They are not mums. It's a pet.
Yeah. Am I really going to fight with this person about something that is so clearly absurd?
Absurd. And when they then put it in their Instagram bio, like a dog mum or it's just...
No, look, I get it. I understand that there are definitely parallels between the feelings, because I've got two bunnies that I'm obsessed with. And I've got Murphy, who I'm obsessed with. I feel like I'm their mother. And if I hadn't had children, that would be my understanding of parenting.
But you don't say it.
But please, a dog mum
Ridiculous.
is not the same as a real mum.
And
that is because being a real mum is a lot harder.
Absolutely.
And a lot more dull and a lot more responsibility and so much jeopardy. I mean, what mistakes can you make with a dog? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're naughty. You put them outside. You put a muzzle on them. A kid's naughty. They end up in jail.
Absolutely.
The stakes are higher.
Last night, I'm going to out my beautiful friend Maddie here, who loves her golden retriever. We were leaving our friend Christina's for dinner and she goes, oh, well, got to go home to my son. And I looked at her. I said, son? She said, George. Is a dog mum the same as a real mum?
Is it the same? Convince me.
Fight us. Let's brawl about it.
The Chrissy Swan Show.
We're talking about, is being a dog mum the same as being a child's mum? A little snippet came up on Instagram and the bravery of Celeste Barber's character in Colin from Accounts when she says, that's not the same thing, took my breath away.
What do you do, Katie?
I'm a mum.
Kids keep you busy.
Oh, you're mum.
No, I'm a dog mum.
So no,
Well, he relies on me and he needs a lot of care.
not the same.
Isn't it?
No.
How many times have I wanted to say it's not the same, but I haven't. I've bitten my tongue because I don't want to fight. Until today.
Until today. The fact that you're not giving birth to the pet or the dog is enough to say it is not the same. There is not the same connection that a mother and son or a mother and daughter has. There just isn't.
No, I disagree. I think the connection is the one thing that's the same.
How can it be the same?
And the feeling of love that you have for that living thing is the same.
I hope your kids aren't listening. If my mum said that about a dog, I'd be livid. That it's the same connection.
No, it is the same. It is the same feeling of love.
13,
love
24,
is love.
10.
You should know that.
Is a dog. Pride. 13, 24, 10. Is a dog mum the same as a real mum? Let's go to Belinda.
Belinda, can you change my mind?
Hello, my darling Chrissy. Yes, I can, because I have a dog and I have a daughter, and the amount of care that I have to give my dog over my daughter is 50-fold, and I get nothing back from my daughter. I get total unconditional love from my dog, and it's a joy to walk him and feed him and look after him.
Are you saying that you have spent the same amount of blood, sweat and tears and concern and sleepless nights on your dog that you have on your daughter?
No, I wouldn't say the same, but I would say that the love and companionship and the bond I have with my dog, I can't leave him on his own. There is a full responsibility
and
there.
Belinda, that is not the question. I understand that love is love, and Jack knows that better than anybody. But you got to admit that being the owner of a dog is very different to being the mother of a human being. Come on.
It's definitely different, but I think it still has the same weight of responsibility.
Okay. That's Belinda's argument, Swanee. We're going to give Belinda a Priceline Pharmacy voucher.
What sort of dog is it? That's what I want to know.
Marina.
Yo,
Marina. Yo. What have you got for me? Can you change our mind?
So my dog passed away last year. I now have a son. So I was 6 months pregnant when my dog died. But when I used to go to work when my dog was still alive, I had to leave work each morning, so a couple of hours into my shift, to go home, give my dog his breakfast and his insulin because he was a diabetic, and then I'd go back to work and finish my day.
Wow.
So with my dog, I had to do way more, and I couldn't leave him either. We had to cancel holidays. We couldn't go on holidays anymore because our dog was a diabetic. We had to give him insulin twice a day. He had eye appointments for his eyes. Whilst it's different, but the amount of time that I spent with my dog is no less than I spend with my son.
But what about, did that dog ever say, oh, my wee's burning? At 2 a.m? Did that dog ever say, I've pooed my pants at school? Did that dog ever say...
Just put me down, there's so much wrong with me.
Now check this out.
The Chrissy Swan Show is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcast.com.au.